Hey, seventh graders, Mr. Gavin here again, continuing with our essay for the week. Hopefully we have a good start on the essay. We have the outline completed and we have been working up to this point on writing our rough draft for our essay. Okay, I'm just going to give us some tips and pointers and show you an essay example that I did myself that yours should look similar to. Remember, you do not need that same topic. Okay, you've been given this entire week to work on your essay. Okay, remember your essay will be due this coming Sunday night in order for it not to be late. Okay, so now I'm going to explain Wednesday's folder, 1021. As you see, there will be an essay example for you. Go ahead and click on that essay example. Okay, it says open the link provided to see an example of what your essay should look like. Excuse me, I need to edit that. I should take that out of there. I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. What your essay should look like. Okay. Remember, it does not have to be about my same topic, but it has to be related to your favorite smell. Okay, and a personal experience you have with that favorite smell of yours. Okay, if you want to go ahead and click on this, here is the example I have for you. This is how I want the format, so please make sure you have it in this format. Up at your top right, you will have your name. Okay, you will have the dates that you completed it, and you will have your hour. All right, make sure you click that right align button to make sure it's in the top right corner. All right, from there you will space down, and then you will hit the center of line to have a creative title. Okay, creative title should be something that grabs the reader's attention as soon as they see the title. They should want to read the story and engage within your writing. Okay, so my story. Who doesn't love grandma's baking? Okay, that is the title of my story. Something I thought that would grab the attention of it. Does not have to be a question. It does not have to be as long as mine. But remember, something that's short and sweet that can grab the reader's attention so that they want to read the rest of your essay. Okay, I will go down. Notice my organization. Okay, my first paragraph, introduction paragraph, remember, does not have to be as long as the body paragraphs. But it must include your power statement and an attention grabber at the beginning. So there's my two sentences. Then I indent, make sure I have an indentation here, indent for my second paragraph, my third paragraph, and so forth. So there'll be a total of 5 different paragraphs. Okay, if you count them, you will see 5 different. That is your requirement for your essay. Okay. Go ahead and read this for you. I'll stop and explain some different parts that are key in order to get a good grade. My nose hairs always tingle when I strut into grandma's house on Christmas morning. Okay, use that. Use it. Use your outline that you have been provided. Okay, notice I just used my outline, my attention grabbing sentence, and I just placed it in my essay. Use your outline to help formulate sentences. Okay, one of my favorite smells comes from baking grandma's famous sugar cookie recipe with her. Once again, I got that from my power statement. Yes, I did switch it up a little bit. Remember, your outline is simply notes or simple sentences that you will create into bigger sentences and add detail as you go. Okay, this is just your guide. Now I'm moving on to describe the scene. It is Christmas morning and grandma's house smells like a bakery as we prepare the ingredients to begin our annual cookie making day. There is my figurative language. Okay, you can highlight it if you would like. It is 8 a.m. sharp. The birds are chirping outside as joy fills the air on this beautiful Christmas morning. Okay, I'm going to go back to my outline real quick. For my explain on my scene, I put the morning birds are chirping. Okay, that is not a very vivid sentence, doesn't have a lot of detail. You see in the one I just read how I described the time, how the outside air is filled with joy, okay, and beautiful descriptive word describing Christmas morning. I simply took my outline, okay, and I added to it to make a good quality sentence as part of my essay. All right. Then I continue on. The cookie dough, which my grandma prepares the night before, is out on the table as hard as rock. Okay, last time I'll show you this example. My second one, I just said the dough prepared from the night before is a rock. Notice how I changed it. in my essay to be a better, complete, more thoughtful sentence. All right. Grandpa never wants to participate in sugar cookie baking, due in large part to Grandma always yelling at him for his mistakes. He sprawls out, covering the entire couch to watch some Christmas Day basketball on TV. The scene was set for a great day of baking cookies with my favorite person in the world. Okay, that paragraph right there, just how it did in my outline, just described the scene of my favorite smell. Okay, now I'm going on to the actual experience. What experience did I have with this smell? I'm going to take us through the baking process. Remember, I just have notes here. I'm going to make a sentence out of that. Baking sugar cookies from scratch is a grueling process. First, transition word, right? Make sure we're having those transition words in there. Refer to the PowerPoint on Tuesday if you are struggling with transition words. First, we use the rolling pin to flatten the dough. I am the strongest between the two of us, so I usually get stuck with this task. That is not a sentence that is in my outline, okay? But remember, I need anywhere at least 6 to 8 sentences in my body paragraph. So I needed to add one in there so I could meet my requirement and also just make the story more smooth, right, for the reader. After the dough, another transition word, after the dough was flattened out on the table, we used the cookie cutters to form the dough in shapes of Christmas characters. The snowman-shaped cookie cutter tends to always be the most popular choice. This again right here is a sentence I added in so I can make the story better and add more detail to the story. Then I fired up the oven to 420 degrees on the dot and placed the cookie sheet in. Woohoo! My grandma shouted at the top of her lungs. Okay, here's another example of my figurative language for this paragraph. Remember, you need at least 3 examples throughout your entire essay. As she admired how quickly the cookies rose to perfection in the oven. It was a painful 15 minutes of waiting, but the cookies were finally done, and it was time to smother them in homemade icing. I have my concluding sentence at the end of this paragraph. Now I'm going to then, in my third body paragraph, okay, talk about how my experience ended, which is devouring the cookies with my family. Although I enjoy the process of baking cookies with my grandma, the part I look forward to the most was devouring them with my family afterwards. Okay, there's my introduction sentence, my topic sentence for this particular paragraph. We all sat as a family on the couch with Grandpa. Remember, Grandpa was watching basketball on the TV. The cookies melted in my mouth like a popsicle on a 100-degree day. There is a simile. There is my third figurative language I have included in my essay. Grandpa's belly growled like a pack of wolves after scarfing down 10 cookies. There is another example of a simile. Okay, remember, do not limit yourself to just 3 just because it is a requirement. The more you have of figurative language, the more your essay is going to come to life. It was my most cherished time of year, and I was able to spend it with the people I loved the most. As the snow fell on Christmas morning, I soaked in the memories once again of baking cookies with my grandma. Concluding sentence for body paragraph 3. For some reason, my format on my Google Doc did not work, but remember, I'm supposed to indent here, and these 2 lines below should be moved over. I have no idea why it is doing that, but make sure yours, if you are having problems, figure out a way to get it over here, or just shoot us a message letting us know you are having problems. Here's my concluding paragraph. Only 2 sentences. Okay, it does not have to be as long as the others. Can it be 3 or 4? Yes, definitely. Okay, but I'm just having 2 short ones, short and sweet and to the point, to conclude my essay. The mouth-watering smell of baking cookies with my grandma will remain my absolute favorite. The unique smell will be fixated in my nose until it is time to bake cookies again next year. Okay, it all has to relate to your main event, your experience that happened in your life. And also, I threw in a part that is related to the smell because that is the prompt that I have been given. Okay, I hope this video helps you. Use this as an example, but remember, you have your own topic. This just shows you some formatting and how it should be submitted. Okay, good job, 7th graders. Keep up the good work. Do not forget to ask questions if you are stuck. Thank you.